Good afternoon from lovely Istanbul. That's the city which never stops. I was born and raised in this city. Istanbul is a city which mixes old and new, and it's a modern city with a unique identity. You find different nationalities and most type of the cultures from different religions, and it's a mix of people that what makes it colorful. So it's a truly world city, as I told you before, a city which everyone should visit at least once in their lifetime. Trust me, I'm not telling you this because I was born and raised here, because I'm telling you because if you live in Istanbul, you don't have time to get bored. Trust me. There are lots of choices. There are so many things to see, so many museums, so many restaurants, pubs, coffee shops, libraries, and if you are into art, and this is where you will fall in love with. So, actually, it's a blend of Eastern and Western culture, and there are so many spots to visit in Istanbul. This podcast is a general. It's I will tell you about general things in Istanbul. Later on, I will make a more specific podcast about Istanbul. So, for example, you can visit the Blue Mosque, or you can go to Grand Bazaar where you can find millions of stuff. Actually, this is one of my favorite spots, Grand Bazaar. Or Rahmi Koç Museum is a must-see place if you are into art. Or, for example, I love Kumpir, and where you can find the best Kumpirs is Ortaköy, and you can also take a ferry from Ortaköy and pass by the lovely Bosporus. And Çengelköy is another spot which is very interesting, and it's right at the seaside. And Çengelköy is in Asian side, but Ortaköy is in European side. Actually, Ortaköy is very close to Beşiktaş. You can even walk from Ortaköy to Beşiktaş or from Beşiktaş to Ortaköy because there are very nice palaces, such as Turan Palace, for example. It's in Ortaköy and Beşiktaş, and it's a lovely palace. Okay, as I told before, Istanbul is a bridge between the East and the West, and that's a magic, the mix of two cultures. So, I prepared some questions and answers for you to have a more clear idea about the lifestyle in Istanbul. So, for example, can you drink alcohol in Istanbul? Of course you can. There are millions of bars and clubs and pubs, and trust me, Kadıköy is one of my favorite spots when it comes to drinking beer. If you are into beer or if you are into the alcohol, there are so many small pubs and they are all lovely. I can recommend you some of them. Maybe FIL, or there were some others. Now I can't remember the names properly, but if you ever go to Kadıköy, you will find and see them each and every corner. So, which language do Turkish people speak? We speak Turkish. Well, some of the people speak English, not all of them, of course, but for example, I speak Spanish, German, and English. So you can also find people who can speak more than one or two languages. So just keep on asking. Now, the best areas to live in Istanbul, I want to talk about this topic now. For example, Beyoğlu or Shishane. Those spots are the best neighborhoods for contemporary art and culture. This is where you can find the old buildings, and trust me, this can be my top 5 spots in Istanbul, Beyoğlu, and especially I am into Pera. These streets and this area, which is called Pera, it is in Beyoğlu, and it's just where when you get out of the Shishane metro station, you are in the middle of arts. You can smell the arts, and you are just walking distance to the Galata Tower, the famous one, and you just walking distance to Pera. Wow, really, if you ever visit Istanbul, and even if you visit it's even if you have visited before, even if it's your second or third time, you should definitely go to that place because there is always something new to discover in this spot. It's so nice. And Kadıköy is also a good spot to live in because there are lots of cafes and the nightlife is alive, and you can find theater, and there are cozy streets, and if you like shopping it's a good idea as well. And in Kadıköy there is a spot named Moda, Moda. Actually, this is also, I think, my top 5 lists. So in Moda, wow, Abbas Waffle is a great spot for desserts lovers like me. I'm into waffle and I really love it. And the one in Moda is quite famous. In Moda, there is a park you can walk, and at the seaside, you can have a nice walk in Moda. Early in the morning or in the evening, it doesn't matter. And there are places where you can find fish. And if you are into rakı, which is a traditional Turkish drink, you can visit Moda as well. Arnavutköy is another spot for drinking rakı. If you like mezes, small appetizers, and raki and fish, you can visit Arnavutköy or Moda. Okay, and also Yeşilköy is a good place for fish restaurants. And another spot to live in Istanbul is Nişantaşı. We also call it Teşvikiye. Nişantaşı is a good place to live in because it's quite safe and the buildings are lovely, and you are just in the middle of the life where you find lots of coffee places, restaurants, and you find the world cuisine in Nişantaşı. And there is Machka Park where you can go have your drink with you, your coffee or your sandwich, and you can sit or walk in Machka Park. Machka Park is also in Nişantaşı, and it's a nice spot to spend the time with your friends or with your family. If you have animals or if you like animals, you can have a nice walk in Machka Park with your dog or cat or whichever animal you have. Okay, as I told you before, Nişantaşı is a good spot to live in. Beşiktaş is also a nice one. It's like where you can find all types of people from Istanbul, the rich and poor, or the the average people with the average income you can find in Beşiktaş. And also Beşiktaş is a good place for pubs. You can find lots of bookshops. If you are into spices, you can find it there. And there are lots of bookshops and coffee shops. uh, and yeah, you can sit at the coffee, you can have at the coffee shop, you can get your a book with you, or you can go there with your friend for a date or for a nice small talk, or you can even go and sit alone. Actually, Etiler is another spot to live in Istanbul. It's also a walking distance to Bebek, which is at the seaside. Bebek and Etiler are also a good idea if you want to move there, or if you want to go there and stay there for a while. Maybe you can rent a Airbnb or you can find a hotel. I don't know, whatever you need. Okay, the most important thing about Istanbul, Turkish food is so delicious. I'm not telling you because I'm here. I'm telling you because I have experienced it. And I think most of the people agree with me. So, and the vegetarians also can find lots of stuff here because we have lots of vegetables and we have lots of meze appetizers. For example, if you like the lentil soup, we really love the lentil soup, or you can try different local soups. We have so many types of local soup in Istanbul. So, and Istanbul, as you know, has a rich history. It's like an open air museum and full of ancient places where you can get lost and you can lose yourself because you go back in the past. It's like a small journey. As I told you before, Galata Tower is a nice place to visit. You can also go to Topkapı Palace and you can take the Bosporus cruises from Ortaköy or from Eminönü or from different part of Istanbul. So, as I told you, there are so many things to do in this amazing city, and the people are friendly. So if you ever ask a question to any Turkish person, they will help you even if they can't speak Turkish, the English, sorry, they will try their best to help you, trust me. So it's a place where you can find lots of things, and you should really visit my city. You will love the experience, and please make a comment and subscribe to my channel. I would be very happy if you could subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day. See you.